Republican Party is dead because it's no longer representative of the grassroots activists. It is still in the hands of the establishment. They don't want to listen to the little people in the party. I'm a delegate for South Carolina, and a first-time delegate to South Carolina, and I'm vehemently anti-Trump because Trump does not represent my values. And when you have 12 to 14 million Democrats voting for the presumptive nominee, more Democrats than Republicans voting for the Republican nominee, that's a problem. How many of those 12 to 14 million people will actually vote for him in the general election? I can guarantee it won't be 12 to 14 million people. I actually walked out last night because one of the speakers who had a relative murdered by an illegal immigrant said that Donald Trump was sent by God. No.
Yeah.
As a practical joke, maybe.
One more time.
There was a speaker last night. He had a relative was murdered by an illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
And he said that Donald Trump was sent by God. Correct? Donald Trump, yes. And then another speaker, I believe it was Giuliani, who said he's going to save America.
Yeah. And you were so upset.
Yes.
And what'd you do?
Well, you know what I did? I actually went outside to where the security entrance to the convention center was, and I talked to protesters because I wanted to see why all the protesters are here, and I talked to them and I took their pictures, and we had very good discussions. A lot of them are anti-Trump and anti-Hilary, so either way, we are screwed. We've got two instruments of destruction as candidates of highest office in this land. What are we going to do? So I actually have, I took off my credentials, but I have a flag pin. I pinned the flag upside down because we are a nation in distress. Well, afterwards, when I went to the hotel, we were just hanging out in the hotel lobby, and I asked one of the delegates, why does she support Donald Trump? I was asking her in a nice civil voice, and I told her my viewpoints, and she actually told me that I needed to turn in my credentials and go home. And I disagree because I was here also to make sure that the platform and the rules reflect the conservative movement. Unfortunately, the rules committee, the rules were ramrodded down the throats of the conservatives, so that the rules are clearly reflective of the establishment. And then I had another delegate. She did not tell me this directly, but my friend was standing next to her. She actually signed, apparently there are Trump whips on the floor of the convention asking delegates to sign endorsement sheets for Trump. And so she signed it, and my friend, and the Trump whip asked this person who would be the most likely people who will not sign it, who are the troublemakers. And this person said my name, and my friend was standing next to her. And she told me what this person told me. So I probably get threatened by a Trump whip as well.
So you got threatened?
Yes.
So did that scare you?
No, it did not. It made me mad because this is America. And I have the right, my First Amendment right, to speak my mind and to go and to do and to vote the way I see fit. I have the right to support a candidate or not support a candidate. And that's where a lot of the frustration is. And going back also, because the grassroots is mostly made up of the conservative movement, Donald Trump is on record as saying he does not need the conservative vote in order to win the general election. Well, if he doesn't need my vote, he's not getting it in November. And yes, I am legally obligated to vote for him on the first ballot here at the RNC convention. I have yet to decide what I will do with that. It's the people in charge who, they've basically given up their principles of the Republican Party. They've caved, they just want power. You know, they say one thing and to get elected and they do something else. And they just go against the people's wishes. But I do say that Donald Trump has diarrhea of the mouth because he says one thing 1 second and 2 seconds later it's something else. So you just don't know what he's thinking, you don't know what he's going to do. He's very unpredictable. And why has he not released his tax returns? What is he hiding?
Well, you know, it's when you become a politician, you're already abused power.
Yes.
But when you're a successful, I guess, billionaire, you already feel powerful. So this is like his head might explode because the power might be times infinity because of the business side and the politicians side.
Yes.
So
we'll see.
What do you think is the best solution? To vote, not to vote, or what would you recommend?
I do know in November I will not be voting for the president slot. I'm leaving that blank. I will be voting for the down ballot ticket, but only if they deserve my vote.
Are you considering Hillary?
Absolutely not. In fact, I jokingly say Bernie Sanders is looking better and better. I always say that. Okay. Give you the inside scoop. Well, I think Donald Trump supporters have drunk the Kool-Aid. The Trump Kool-Aid. I think a lot of them have thrown their principles out the window to support a cult of personality, to support a big mouth, to support a celebrity. They're not supporting someone who has true answers to the issues that we are facing in this country. There are reports that I've been seeing from friends and other delegations where Trump whips are actually physically removing anti-Trumpers off the floor of the convention. I have not seen that. I've heard that from various my friends at the convention or delegates.
So it sounds like you listened to your conscience and made a decision.
Well, yes, I do. And when you have big-name Republicans saying that delegates should be able to vote their conscience, what does that tell you? And these big-name Republicans aren't even coming to Cleveland because they too object to Trump. What does that tell us?